shaded color. The leaves became smaller and stunned in the size, and rooting is also reduced. Another symptom is the stunting, stunting and defoliation of the premature. In the virus disease is the general the hypoplastic. It is result the under development of the host pot. The host plant remains stunted with the shorter internodes. The smaller leaves and dropping of the host plants, the virus infected plants are more often stunted than the cleared. Another symptom is the distortion. The common symptom is the viral disease. It may be in the form of the rolling and crinking of the leaves caused by the related growth of the veins. Sometimes there are the production of the cluster of the very shoots. It is called as a witch's brooms outgrowths. So the foliar outgrowths, veins or swellings are generally formed on the underside of the leaves of the infected plants as the tobacco leaf curl disease. Some tumors or swellings may be also formed on the stems and roots also. Another symptom is the flowering breaking. Some typical chlorosis called the vegetation. It is also common in some plants. They may be more or less uniform yellowing the foliage. The leaves may be shown the area are white or yellow mingled with the region of the normal green color, that is the tulip break. The another symptom is the fruit armor abnormalization. So these fruit abnormalities, the symptoms such as mottling, star crack may be developed in the fruit in certain viral infections. So, the rice Tungro disease. Another one is the Tungro, which means they are the generated growth of the most serious diseases of the rice caused by a complex two viruses are there. That is the rice Tungro bacillifolium virus. Another one is the rice Tungro spherical virus. The disease occurs several and severely. The most damaging and destruction disease to rice production in South India as well as South Asia. Many farmers describe this disease as the cancer disease because of the serves the damage it caused and difficulty to controlling these Tungro disease. So symptoms of the Tungro disease, the most of the conspicuous symptoms of the Tungro are stunting of the plant and show the various shade to yellow to orange discoloration of the leaves. The symptoms may be according to the age of the plant. So yellowing tips of the young leaves is the first symptoms to appear, and this may be include the intervenal chlorosis, chlorotic mottlings also occur. So casual organisms. What is the casual organisms? Here, the disease is covered by the caused simultaneous infections of two viruses. That is the virus Tungro bacillifolium virus. Another one is virus Tungro spherical virus. So this is the bacillifolium virus, which is the bacillifolium capsid, measuring around 130 millimicrons to 30 nanomicrons are there. So another one is a spherical virus. So it is the isodiametric capsule measuring around 30 nanometers are there. So disease cycle means the disease caused by both virus, that is the rice tungro bacilliforium virus, rice tungro uh, spherical virus. So they are multiplying independently and transmitted by the gene green leaf hoppers. How to control this? Sanitation. Remove the stubbles to reduce the amount of the inoculum in the field. Transplantation time is the essential. The proper time of the transplantation should be selected to avoid the vector pressure during the early stage of the growth of the seedling. And the precaution we can take, the location of the seed bed. The location of the seed bed should be distance from around 10 meters from the standing crop. Chemical control, the Coratax. Coratax is used to control these Tungro disease. Another one is the carbofuran. Carbofuran, we can use that one, and cypermethrin also. Okay. Another disease, the tobacco mosaic virus. So tobacco mosaic virus is the best known of the virus disease. Is found in the where the susceptible plants of the tobacco are grown. The mosaic virus can attack about 200 species of the herbaceous dicotyle plants, including the many vegetables and flowers and weeds. The symptoms of these mosaic types, the first common symptoms is downward curling of the discoloration of the youngest leaves. A number of green spots are appear on the leaves. The spots develop into irregular blister-like areas where the other parts became the chlorotic. There are the light and dark green patches on the leaf mosaic patterns are there. The other symptoms which follow the various types of the leaf malformations, the old leaves may be developed large yellowish blotches without any sign of the mottling. So casual organisms. What is the casual organism here? The tobacco mosaic virus, known as the nicotinovirus mosaic virus. The first virus is discovered by the Ivanovsky. So in 1892. The capsid is made up of from 2130 proteins subunits also there, which is the assembly around the viral RNAs. This is cycle. It is the most persistent plant virus. Tobacco mosaic virus is highly resistant to absolute alcohol and other germicides. The most common source of the virus primary inoculum of the TMA are infected tobacco plant, debris that remains in the soil, tobacco refuses from the warehouses, cigarettes, cigars, pipes, chewing tobacco, certain infecting the tobacco product. How to control these tobacco mosaic virus? There is no chemical which are cure the plant infected with these TMV virus, and the resistant plant varieties to advise to use as a cultivars. So one is the most common method to sanitization. Sanitation is essential, means including the remove the infected plants, washing hands between the each planting, and restricted across to the area. Growing virus free plants we can choose, and the crop rotation another aspect we can introduce the crop rotation. Then growing the resistant varieties we can use, and another one is the discouraging the use of the tobacco by workers and encouraging the practice of the washing hands by workers with the soap and water with the disinfection. And the players tools are disinfected solution for the at least 10 minutes, and rinse thoroughly with the tap water. Another type is the mycoplasma disease. Okay, mycoplasma diseases. So there are the eubacteria of the this class is the molecular group of the organisms or phylogenetically there are the gram positive bacteria. This characteristic feature is residues in the small size of their okay clear. Gram positive bacteria is the characteristic feature is reside the small size uh, in the mycoplasma lack the definitive cell wall and are characteristically delimited by the distinct soft flexible trilaminar unit membrane of the lipoproteins are there. This characteristic marks a naturally resistance to the antibiotic target to the cell wall synthesis. నరాల పిల్లలు. The reproduction in mycoplasma is not will be consequently provided. They can reproduce by the binary fusion by the formation of spores. The filament grows and by budding methods are there. Symptoms of mycoplasma disease in plants. The plant pathogenic mycoplasma, which is responsible for the several diseases are there. So These phytoplasmas are the pleomorphic, represent to the largest group of the plant pathogens. So here, and these mycoplasma-like bodies are reported from various parts of the world. The symptoms include the abnormalities in the floral and vegetative parts, that is the vessels and pillowed yellowing and proliferation of the axillary buds. So some diseases means cause of the several diseases like plants, some of the which is little leaf disease of brinjal, grassy shoot disease in sugarcane, then sandal spike disease, sesamum pillowed, benchy top of the papaya, big bud of the tomato, witches blooms of the legumes, yellow dwarf of the tobacco, purple top roll of the potato, witches bloom of the potato, clover dwarf cotton versions. These are the some diseases. The phylloid means abnormal development of the floral part of the leafy structure. They are affected plants to show the reduction of the leaf size, shortened internodes, general stunting, abnormal branching results are there. Another one is a spike. So disease is characterized by the extreme reduction of the leaf size accompanied by the stiffening and reduction of the internode length. In the advanced stage, the entire shoot gives the appearance of the spike inflorescence. So bearing the spike bristles in rows, the spike disease affected trees within the 1 to 2 years after the appearance of the disease symptom. Little leaf disease. The disease include the shortening of the petiole and the production leaves, which are the extremely smaller in size. They are giving the bushy appearances. Correct. So another one is the crazy shoot disease. So the plant shows production of the numerous thin, short, and lacky albined blitter like structures are there. The leaves are infected plants is not produce chlorophyll and therefore they appear as a white or creamy yellow color. So another some diseases are caused by the microplasma, that is the little leaf disease of the brinjal. So this is one of the most serious disease of the chlorophylls. So the brinjal is main affected plant. So causes quantity well, the quality is lost. Once the plant is was infected at early stages, no flowering and the fruiting, no fruiting occur, resulting in the total loss. The infected plants are characterized by the small, soft, and thin and malformed leaves with a yellow color. So the plants are thorny varieties became glabrous and lost their thorn. The plants are generally stunted in the growth and they have shorter internodes and petioles. They develop a numerous amount of the branches and roots than the healthy plant, which is bushy appearances are there. So that's why called as a witch's brooms. So the flower pods became the deformed and mostly sterile. How to control these diseases are there is adopting the sanitation. Measures include the eradication of the susceptible volunteers crop plants for the previous planting and cultivation of disease resistant plant. We can choose that one. And malathion we can spray, and another one is the asthma pride we can spray that one. The grassy shoot disease of the sugar cane. So another these grassy shoot disease in sugarcane occur almost Asian countries, so affecting the sugarcane produce in the considerable level of those who lost the higher in them. That is the rotten crop. So symptoms of the grassy shoot disease in sugarcane, that is infected sugarcane. Typically, there are the grassy appearances. Hence, the name is grassy shoot disease. So the disease displays different types of the symptoms at the different growth stages. Initially, the symptoms appear in the young crop, that is 3 to 4 months age in the papyri, while the young leaves at the top of the cane. The characteristic symptoms is profuse tailoring with the pale yellow to completely chlorotic, thin and narrow leaves giving the plant bushy and grass-like appearance. In rattan crop, initial the shoot is delayed in the uh, grassy shoot disease affected stools. What is the disease cycle here? The sugarcane is vegetatively propagated. The pathogens are usually colonize seeds in the leaf tube elements in the phloem systemically. There is the blocking the movement of the photosynthesis from leaf to stalk and resulting the poor growth of the sugarcane and reduce the sugar recovery. So cultural method how to control first one is the growing resistant varieties. We can choose that one. Avoid the rooting of the grossy shoot disease incidence in more than 15% of the plant crop. Physical method pre-treating sets with the aerated stems at 50 centigrades for 1 hour and pre-treating with the hot water for 24 degrees for 8 hours and chemical treatment with the dimethyl dimethiate we can use and pesticide spray pesticide that is the methyl dimethyl and antibiotics we can use with that one tetracycline antibiotics also use. Okay.